Hello everybody, I'm Ventry. Today we're going to be playing some Against the Storm at Prestige 20. We are on Rainpunk Update Part 2. And I am starting to do recordings because I've been playing pretty poorly lately, so I figured maybe this would force me to slow down a bit, think. And maybe I will have a slightly better game, and if not, I always get the win, it's just ugly sometimes. And so if I mess it up, you guys can enjoy watching my shenanigans. Extra order choices, so that's actually an easier game. This is a royal, that's a coral, that's a royal. I don't want another royal. That would make too many of my trade routes would be royal to royal. That wouldn't be very good, so go with a marsh. This one will get me up to this question mark, so I'll go right here. Let's see what we got here. I like lizards in the marsh, but I don't like oh, these are all beavers. I don't like beavers in the marsh. The marshes are all about meat. Beavers don't like meat. But I don't see that I have options if I want to tag this special. Could go for a cursed royal. I haven't done a cursed royal in a while, but that's going to be hard on the trade routes. I guess we'll just deal with beavers somehow. I'll at least get the lizards with the beavers. Try to go for some pickled goods, I guess. I have extra food. And the 2 extra people. It's a pretty mediocre caravan. 10 people, little extra food. This is Prestige 20. You generally want to take the amber, since it costs amber to open glades unless you want to lose people. And in this case it's discounted, so definitely taking that. I will... It's marshland, I want the trapper. Trapper is also discounted by a point, so that's great. And then at this point, I wish I could get parts, but there's no way. I'm not going to give up the amber or the trappers for the parts. I'll have to try to get those through orders, so I'm probably going to take the provisions, since they're also discounted too. Otherwise I might have taken the food, but this looks good. Let's get going and see what happens. Alright, what do we have here? Extra mining during drizzle. Fuel efficiency down. No contact occasionally messes me up. It's a mystery that doesn't matter unless you make a mistake and turn in an order during the storm, generally. You usually don't gain resolve during the storm. Cold snap I do not like, especially when I have beavers to deal with in the marsh. And pay 3 wood for every villager. I'm going to want to stay under 4. I don't generally feel like I have a lot of extra wood in the marsh. So, average. Nothing particularly devastating. Alright, we've only got trappers resources in the starting glade. That's not great, since I don't have any extra bricks with me. Likelihood of finding fertile soil in the marshlands is pretty low, so the clay pit is not very valuable, so the weaver it is. And this is a garbage pick that I'm going to want to reroll. There's nothing wrong with the tavern, but it's a late game building. It's not what I'm looking for right now. The Cooper, I will need barrels for pickled goods. But it's not that great a building. I will hold off for now, but I'm probably re-rolling that. We have 10 people. Probably start with 3 woodcutters, but one of them will likely get demolished pretty early. Set the priority on all of those to 1. So that they get put up before the paths for the most part. There's my usual starting paths, and let's get going. I specifically want that spot cleared out so I can put a building in there. And I will make sure I leave a lizard as the extra worker because I will probably want to switch. Oh, the lizard's already in the hearth. I didn't check that. There should be a harpy in the hearth in the beginning. Eventually, I will probably have to switch a lizard in there when the storm hits, but for now, there should definitely be a harpy in there. Right. And yeah, with only 10 starting people, this extra woodcutter is not going to stay up very long. Where is my rain collector? There it is. Since the new Rain Punk update, I like to get a rain collector going immediately. I like to get clearance water because it's required for, well, not required, but it's the easiest way to clear some events in the dangerous glades, so I like to get 35 clearance water going, so that's usually my first build now. And woodpecker's an easy pick. That will get me some extra meat. Well, extra insects, extra meat type food, and what were my choices here? I don't want to spend the money on re-rolling yet. I want to see what the trader has to offer the first year. If he doesn't have anything interesting, then I'll probably be re-rolling that, but I might want to spend my amber on a blueprint. And as usual, do not check timed orders, or do not check your orders until year 2, because that makes it easier to complete any timed orders that might pop up. I built a few too many paths. I should have had this up already. And I will pull you out. It's time to start building houses. One of them will go into the rain collector. Maybe 2 of them. I need to get to 35. I don't have a lot of harpies to put in there. I need 4 shelters now and 1 more during the storm. I don't need the lizards in there yet. I don't need drizzle water. I do want to get a trading post up right away so I can check the trade routes during clearance. I should have tried to get it up a little quicker and check it during drizzle, but it's definitely not going to happen now. It does need priority to get done during clearance. And now, where are the harpies? I want them going into here. So I will switch a lizard in here now. I want 2 harpies in here to get the clearance water going. By the time they walk over there, they'll both be doing... Oh, how did you get there so fast that you're doing drizzle water? Clearance water, please. Alright, they're both on clearance. Alright, going to want to park up 1, 2, 3. I like to leave 3 spaces in here for industrial buildings next to the warehouse. And the trading post is up. Let's check the routes. Alright, I'm in a marshland, so a marshland to marshland probably won't work all that well. So I'm not that tempted by this because it's not likely to turn into a great trade route eventually. And unfortunately, that is the only one that's currently available. The one thing I wish you could see on this trade route screen is what things they might ask for. Like, I don't need this warehouse information down here all that badly. I would rather have potential trade routes, or fit that somewhere on the screen anyway. Because I don't really know what a marsh to marsh can generate without looking it up. But it's likely to be a lot of food things, and I'm not going to want to sell my food likely, so I'm just not going to take this. I don't need the amber that badly, although who's the trader that's going to be coming? Sahilda. Sahilda is the one I'm most likely to want to buy a blueprint from. She fairly frequently offers camps, and those are real good to get. So maybe I do want that too, amber. I've got quite a bit of food right now, so I guess I'm going to take it. I've got all the packs because I brought them with me, so... Alright, I generally like to check these right about now. Because if you get one of those 30-second orders for resolve, you might be able to make it work. Like, I've still got some pies, which would make lizards happy, so if I get lizards to 17 or something, I could do that right now. So I'm going to check it now. And as a general rule, I'm going to target orders with parts. Parts are what I almost always want out of orders. And that's not going to happen. I didn't start with any tools, and I can't make any. Lizards to 15, get 3 parts. I would rather have more lizards than more beavers. Easy pick. And big delivery is I like getting +1 planks. I like getting 20 bricks. So big delivery is a pretty decent one. You'll probably make it out of planks. The +1 planks will then eventually make up for what you spent on this. So I'll go with that. Alright, and we can indeed get the lizards to 15 quick. We only have to do it for 30 seconds. It would be easier if I had the park up already. I wouldn't have to worry about this harpy going angry at me, but I think we can pull it off for 30 seconds. Alright, that's done. Oops. Get the harpies back up fast, and there we go. Now I have 12 people, which is still adequate with the number of shelters I have, although I will need one more shelter during this. Well, now that I've got 12 people, I might get 4 newcomers. So I might need 2 more shelters up. Or I could build a harpy house and a shelter, and that would help with the harpy problem during the storm. I'm gonna do that. And now that we have those extra people here, everything should get built fast. I am pausing more often as I'm trying to play a little more carefully and stop some of the mistakes I've been making lately. These woodcutters are very poorly positioned at this point. I need to rearrange those. Harpy house going up, we probably don't need a lizard in the hearth. Oh, and I should have pulled these out earlier. They maxed out my tank. They've probably been maxed out for a full minute, and I've left them sitting there doing nothing. So that's the kind of thing I would like to stop doing here. Alright, so get a harpy in here because the harpy house should take care of the resolve. And let's get the crude workstation up. And a trapper's camp going. I need a dozen planks for the weaver. We don't need fabric. The weaver will take care of it. Don't want pipes. And turn on stone, turn off clay. I'll leave clay on. No, I'll turn it off. In general, you're going to get stone in the marsh, not clay. And if I find clay, I like to leave it to make pottery. But if we somehow end up with a bunch of clay, I will probably have to turn that on. Probably after I'm like, why don't I have any bricks? And new season, check the trade routes. They want vegetables again. I'm going to do it again for the same reason. I want that early amber in case I want a blueprint. They also want my food. My food is going away. They want bricks. Bricks you cannot have. I do not have a source of bricks. How many people do I have idle? A ton, so I might as well put a harpy in here and get some storm water, even though I don't have any use for it. And I never put anybody in here. Of course I didn't. And prioritize the 12 planks. Well, actually, I don't even have to do that. I don't have anything to make bricks anyway. Alright, newcomers will be here soon. I've got 2 housing available. I'm going to need at least 3, probably 4. One, 2, 3 spots. And I have 29 hostility available. That's fine for up to 4 newcomers. Shelter's done. 1 idle worker is a wizard, so they should be in here. Alright, newcomers. Only 3, not 4. Oof, now this is an interesting decision. In the past, this was definitely the pipes. No question. But nowadays they changed some of the events, or they put in new events that 20 coal is not enough for. You need 30 to solve some of these events. And the trader I've got coming is Sahilda. She does not sell coal. So I'm actually going to take this side. Although that might mean I have to put a lizard back in the hearth, because the harpies might not have enough resolve. It'll be close. They're fine. Alright. I thought they would go down to 1. Alright. And I am going to open this glade during the storm, since I don't have the Creeping Shadows penalty. I like to open it with about a minute to go in the storm. I like to have my first Dangerous Glade open before I check my Year 2 orders, because there's a Year 2 timed order that I like to take. But I can't take it if I haven't already opened my glade. That involves because it involves not cutting any trees. So I want to have this open in case I don't cut trees. Alright, the lizards, by the time the lizards hit 0, it'll be into the new year anyway. Alright, and let's get that going. I've got people sitting around doing nothing. They ought to be building paths at least. Alright, need to yank one woodcutter because the glade put me over. And this is one of the old ones that only required the 20 copper, or the 20 coal, so. Then, ooh, plus 300. I'm not going to want to start this until pretty late in the storm because the 300 would make things very hard during the storm here. Alright, what do we have in here? We need a large foragers, we need a trappers of any size, we need a large trappers, which I brought with me. We have one coal showing. Where's that coal? Right there. Is there anything else with it other than the copper? I wish there was a second. Sometimes you can find more minerals hiding under the trees. It would have been very nice if that had been a 2 coal, 2 copper. As is, I will probably build a mine on that and then just destroy it without putting any upgrades on it. But we'll see. Maybe somehow I develop a good tool industry and I'll want the copper. And is that it? A little coal, a little copper, 1 cash. And we found a blue geyser. Alright. All in all, thanks to bringing the large trapper with, which you should probably almost always do in the marshland if you can. The trapper is just too useful here to ignore it if you can possibly take it. And when we have 4 idols, 2 for this. Do we have those 12 planks yet? Yeah, he's not working. They must have been delivered just now. Yep. Let's get the weaver up. And that's a 2x3 building, which fits nicely in here. And now I don't need them to stop at 12 anymore, so I can unlimit that. And don't want anything but fabric in here for now. I will turn off plant fiber, although I'll probably end up turning it back on. I don't usually feel like I get enough leather to just make fabric out of leather. But we do have the weaver. That makes it a little easier. Harpies like being in the weaver. But yeah, I would prefer to not use plant fiber because it has quite a few other uses, and reeds can be used to make the training gear. So I try not to use that either. The leather can be used for water skins, but water skins are a little harder to come by generally. Although if it offered me a supplier which makes the water skins and planks, I would quite happily take it. And alright, we're close enough in the storm now that we should be able to start this without problems. I will leave the beaver free to put them into a woodcutter. We'll definitely convert this for the hostility reduction. And alright, should make sure we're going to trigger all of these events. We're going to go from plus 300 puts us at 4. That's a problem. I do not want to pay 3 wood for every villager, and if I start this now, we're going to have to. So I need to wait until after the storm to start that, or I need to pull a bunch of woodcutters. Actually, yeah, I could pull a bunch of woodcutters just to get this started a little earlier, but this isn't that hard an event. I don't need to start it now. I will just wait until the storm ends here. We'll have plenty of time. I'll build a little more path out here to get us a little more movement speed towards it. Alright, let's go. And 10 lizards, we will definitely reach 22. Resolve is not that hard, and the Butcher is just one of the best all-around buildings as long as you have access to meter insects. So I don't mind Into the Wilds. It's a pretty nice reward, and you'll end up opening 5 glades at some point. Clothing the people will not happen. I would need to get to 14 beavers since we don't have any humans. That might not happen the entire game. And it's got to be this one. The Butcher is too good a reward. +1 meat is fantastic. As much as I would love to get 5 parts, 10 amber, 10, this is a great reward as well, but it's going to be that. And in here, getting plus jerky is fantastic. Having 12 jerky fulfilled, we already have 11 people that'll eat jerky, so that's almost definitely what I will take. Aiding the flock is not bad. A 3 Harpy Resolve. Harpy Resolve is one of the easiest ways to win this game. You can get a lot of Resolve reputation with your Harpies, and this is not too much to give up. And you get a couple parts. I like this one a lot, and I take Seller fairly often as well. You're going to do 6 trade routes eventually, and you only have to do trade. You don't have to turn anything in. So while the rewards are not quite as good, it's easy to finish this. So I quite frequently end up taking this one, but this reward is too good to pass up. I might end up having to make jerky. Oh no, I'm going to have the Butcher as well. So I might not have to make Butcher out of the field kitchen this time. But if you have to make Butcher out of the jerky out of the field kitchen, it's nice to have a +2 on it. All right. And see the cornerstone before I check out what Sahilda's got. Rebellious Spirit's just one of the best all-around cornerstones in the game, so you're gonna take this almost every time. Family Gratitude, because I want to make a lot of pickled goods, this would get me something. It would be nice to have passive water skins coming in, but I'm not taking it over Rebellious Spirit. And that +300 has made the lizards unhappy, so I either need to put a lizard in here or pull woodcutters. I will put a lizard in the hearth instead of pulling the woodcutter. And get you in there. Do I need an idle worker for anything? I suppose I can let them finish that path before I make them a woodcutter. Alright, and then let's see if Sahilda has anything interesting, and that's all garbage. Well, at least garbage for this situation. The +10 storage capacity is alright. If I was drowning in amber, I might take it, but probably never going to be producing flour. I don't care about pack speed that much. This is way overpriced in my opinion. It's pretty rare that I need to make goods, that many packs of goods that fast. I do not like this perk. Plus grain, unlikely to be producing grain, which is one of the reasons we won't be producing flour, so that's also worthless. And the +3 to coats, I don't have a coat building, and only the beavers would want it anyway. I won't need that many coats. I could buy some tools, but that would take everything I have to get 10 tools. It is nice to have 10 tools for some events. And otherwise, I guess I'm buying the stone. Did not get any stone or clay in here. We'll get a little passive clay from the copper nodes, 30% every time it mines the copper, but that's not enough, so I will take the stone to turn into bricks. That's going to cost me 20 amber. Before I give up 20 amber, can I sell any of the wildfire essences? No. I generally want to keep 6 wildfire essence to make 2 hearths. You can also use them for automatons, but I don't generally build automatons in the geysers. It's not a bad idea, but yeah, I just don't go that far generally on the geysers. So yeah, let's just get the stone, give up the amber. And check the trade routes. They want the stone I just bought. It cost me 20 amber to get 40 stone, which means that was half an amber each. This is not a good deal. But you do want to get them advancing, so I might take that anyway. 10 insects, you can definitely have that. Start advancing you towards level 1. I want to get them moving up to level 1 and level 2 trade routes. Everything but the marshland is likely to be quite good, so I'm just going to do that. Alright, so they will start making some bricks in here. And that does not leave me enough amber to re-roll this. How much amber have I got coming in? 6. I've got 9 now. 6 will put me at 15. That will be enough to re-roll and open a glade. So I don't need to sell anything else. Let's go. And can I get the harpies to 15 right now? It doesn't look like it while this is running. Alright. I have 1 idle worker. They should probably be a woodcutter, unless I have 2 idle workers. I do not need drizzle water. Stop doing that. Trappers is full. Don't need anybody in the weaver. I will probably need the I need building materials, so I will need the makeshift post. So let's get that up and running. We'll likely be making the building materials out of fabric. And otherwise, I suppose I could make a second trappers. We got a lot of trapping to do. And I could use this leather from over here, so... I like to make sure I have, if I'm not filling my woodcutters, I like to make sure that there's only 2 in each woodcutter at most. That way the storage is being used to maximum effect. I don't have 1 overflowing too often. And this guy's at 16 out of 20. They're at 5 out of 20. This one's getting moved over here to clear out for the mine. Yeah, it's just that 1 tree that has to go for the mine. Alright. Trappers is done. Let's go over here and start getting some leather. Do I have any more lizards to spare in the woodcutters anywhere or something? Yes. You are now a harpy. Another lizard somewhere in the crude. You are now a harpy. Alright. Blizzard's working the trappers for the bonus crit chance. And I can now re-roll this and see what our buildings are. Last chance to pick this if I want it. I'm going to have copper coming in. I don't currently have a smelter building. I don't currently have a tool building. Don't currently have pigments, so I don't have anything to do with this copper until I get a smelter of some sort. I don't really want to re-roll this. The training gear could be useful towards the end of the game. The barrels should be useful. Although, maybe not. What can you use to make pickled goods? Eggs, mushrooms. Yeah, you'll be able to get some mushrooms to pickle, theoretically, so... I'm going to take the cooperage because I don't want to pay the 10 amber. It's not the building I need right now. And then I'm glad I took the cooperage because this is definitely a reroll. Not even close. I mean, to be fair, this is... The Explorer's Lodge is theoretically a great service building for this combination. We have 2 races that use brawling, 2 races that use education. So theoretically this is a great building, but I'm showing no signs of building scrolls yet. I did just take a building that gets us training gear. Oh jeez, but I don't have any rebuilds. The Explorers Guild does nothing on its own without having found stuff to rebuild. And I could really, really use a building that does planks or bricks better than the crude workstation. And I'm not going to get another building choice anytime soon. Oh, but this is... I'm going to want it later. I'm going to take it. And now I need to try to get 2 of these done as quickly as possible. So I probably want... The Lizard Resolve will not happen without jerky or some other food going, so I probably want to get the building materials. The need for jerky fulfilled can't happen until next year when I get newcomers. 4 more minutes. Alright, I'm going to plant a field kitchen and plan on doing that. And plan on getting the harpies to 15 resolve once I've got the jerky going. That should be plenty easy. The building materials will take a while because I want to make those out of the fabric, and we don't have that much fabric yet. And indeed, I think we, oh, we have a little bit more stuff, okay. Alright, Weaver has run out of stuff to do. So that harpy can go build the building now. We only want jerky make it from the insects that we're getting from the trees. Actually, I'm getting low on fuel. I need more woodcutters. I haven't got an excess of planks, so I need more wood coming in. The jerky will just have to wait until the scouts are done, I guess. And do I have enough to get the mine up? I do. Let's get that going. And I'd probably better plant the blight post now, because sometimes I forget that I need 3 parts for that. Or bricks, and then I end up destroying something because I ran out of bricks. And I don't know that I ever checked trade routes during clearance here. I don't want to get rid of fabric right now because I want to turn it into building materials. I might as well get rid of the coal to get them to level 1, and if I had remembered to do this earlier, we would have level 1 trade routes during the storm, but I forgot, so we will have level 0 during the storm. And that's it. Still have enough plank packs. I don't have to worry about that yet. And we should be fine on resolve for the storm. Newcomers do not have housing. I need a shelter. Or I assume it's 4. We're getting 4. I think I'll put up a lizard house. That will get us to 4 available housing. Then I can take the newcomers. I want to get this. I don't want to make a harpy house because I want to get that fabric turned into building materials. I need 7 packs of building materials. Take the wood newcomers right now. I need to get rid of a woodcutter. I could use the fiber to make some more fabric right now, so I'm going to go this side. And get you going in there. Prestige penalties, year 3, you will always get 10 cysts on this build anyway, so I need to have 10 purging fire prepared. But since I don't have the fuel right now, I will not start doing that until drizzle. And now I have a bunch of idle workers. Oh yeah, we needed to get the jerky started. I am going to run out of plank, or run out of wood. I'm going to use the coal for the jerky for now. And I am going to disable jerky until I have about 30 of it stored up. And all these other idlers can be in the mine. That woodcutter is very inefficiently placed. Starting to reach the point where I need my second hub going. And another warehouse up. I'm short on bricks. And of course that cache just has to be in the way of where I could build the small hearth. Of course it is. Alright, I just have to move the trapper camp. That's not that bad. Alright. I don't have enough bricks for this right at the moment anyway, so I will do the warehouse first. Based on where that's going, there is enough room in front of the cache there for a road. Let's put the path in so I don't mess up the placement on the warehouse. And I don't have parts for the warehouse. So now it's probably time to demolish one of these woodcutters. You're currently delivering. Let's finish delivering and then you get demolished. Alright, warehouse will go there. I'm having wood problems. I do not want to use the planks here. I will wait for this fabric to get delivered. That's enough fabric to finish us off, so I will get this now. And how much jerky have we got? You guys haven't finished any jerky yet? Hurry up. Luxury is highly unlikely to happen. The odds of even finding 30 farm fields in the marsh are pretty poor. So it looks like we'll be doing this. And there's no chance I'm turning in 75 amber in the next 6 minutes. This is a lot of packs to turn in. Primarily the packs of crops are going to be a problem. The +1 berry for Harpy Resolve is pretty worthless here without a plantation. And you need to get to 12 harpies. I need 7 more harpies. That might happen, but probably not now. Because I took beavers, we got 6 beavers, 5 harpies now. So yeah, that's unlikely to happen as well. So I either need to use 175 clearance water, +2 barrels would be okay, pipes are okay. 4 people that I won't want by the time I get this done, or I turn in a bajillion planks and get 30 free barrels and enough food to last for maybe 2 minutes. What buildings do I have that take advantage of the clearance water? The Weaver does. The Weaver is fine. Boosting that is alright. I will take that. It'll get done eventually. I've got a rain collector up. I've already got clearance water. Now that does mean I'm going to need more than 10 fuel. I will need probably 12 or 13. We'll go to 14. And that means I need these woodcutters filled. But I've got stuff that needs to be built, for Pete's sake. Oh yeah, all the extra miners. You're out. There's only one weaver. I probably don't need 2 people in the crude workstation. Don't have anything to make bricks anyway, and I'm running out of wood for planks. I need that wood for fuel. I might actually stop him from making planks. Set a limit of 24. You need 24 for events. Check the cornerstone. Grain deliveries, okay, especially in a map where I'm not going to have any, but I want wood right now. I'll take 40% wood cutting production quite happily. And you, rain mill. More wood cutting speed. Not selling parts. This will get them to level 1. So I'll have 3 more amber coming in. That'll put me at 19. Which means I can spend 14 and still have 5 to open a glade. I think I want to open a small glade, not a large, because I want some guaranteed food here. We've still got these 2 large camps up here. We're not desperate for food yet, but I don't want to deal with an event right now, so I'm going to plan on opening a small glade. So I will take this wood cutting speed also, or yeah, wood cutting speed for 14. When that trade route comes in, I can open a small glade. Come on, hasn't that fabric been delivered yet? Oh, I'm looking at the wrong building. Yeah, this one was the one we told not to build planks. He is working on the packs. All right. And I don't want them making extra packs, which they do on occasion for some reason, which really annoys me. This limit is not super precise. So I've got 4 packs in here. I've got 2 built right there. So we're at 6. As soon as he starts this, I'm going to just completely disable this recipe so that he can't accidentally build extras. Oh, and let's get the harpies to 15. And how's the jerky coming? We're at 20. Oh, really? You were going to go to 15 and then you stopped, you meanies. Well, once the jerky comes in, we'll get there. Alright. Actually, I can get them there just by enabling that. We've got 20 jerky stored up already. 20 more is about to get delivered. That should get us through on the 12 need fulfilled. Still have enough provisions. I don't need you making any packs. Get that delivered for the +1 planks. And what did we get? Artisan herb garden. If I'd known I was going to get an artisan, I definitely wouldn't have wanted the cooperage. The artisans is just a solid all-around building. You always want coats for somebody. Pigments can be surprisingly useful for turning into trade goods or cosmetics or just trade routes. And barrels frequently come in handy, so the artisan's a decent building. The herb garden, it's unlikely I'm going to find any fertile soil. But I also don't care about the coats here, and because I have the cooperage, I don't care about the barrels. Which leaves me on pigment only. And I'm not sure I want to pick it just for pigments, so this might be a reroll. See what happens when I open that small glade. Maybe there'll be a patch of fertile soil there. Oops, and I don't have a woodcutter up there. Alright, just quite a bit of the good meats that provide me leather, so that'll keep our weaver running. Oh, no complaints there. And move you into a better position for clearing this stuff out. And the harpies are done. They don't need to be focused anymore. And then once we get the need for jerky fulfilled, actually I probably shouldn't have taken 2 more harpies until I got that fulfilled, but we should be alright. I've still got 24 jerky, we should make it. Hurry up and eat those meat treats, dang it. I need it. There we go, alright, 2 minutes, we have to make it. We have 19, we have 15 people consuming 19 jerky. It should last for 2 minutes. Plus they will finish more in about a minute, minute and a half to have that delivered. So, alright. And I never started on this. Harpies in here for crit chance on fuel, please. Still have a lot of idle workers. The trappers are filled. I guess I can put the cooperage up, get 10 barrels built for making pickled goods. Oh, that's it. I always think that's a 3x3. It looks like a 3x3 when I look at it. And then I always plant that, and then it's a 2x3. I swear that looks like a 3x3. It looks square to me. And never got the hearth up. Need to get that going. And then I need 2 harpy houses. Two lizard houses and a park to get this hub running and get the resolve out of it. I need to come up with 2 more lizards out of the newcomers somewhere. I started with a bunch of lizards and I have just not picked any up. That's weird. Alright, there's our +2 jerky. I will stop them from making the 10 pointers and get them onto the 12 pointers. Forgot to check the trade routes, I think. Don't know if I have enough fabric to get all these built and do that trade route. I guess if I turn on that, I will have more fabric coming in. I figured that would happen eventually. Leather just does not come in that fast on here. There's enough of it around, but you don't get it quickly. So then I can do that trade route. 7 amber towards a reroll. How do I not have copper ore yet when I've got a copper mine? Deliver this. And yeah, they're not getting my parts. All right. That will put me at 9 amber. Still not enough for the reroll. What are we doing on fuel? Yeah, I've been not repositioning my woodcutters enough, which is one of the reasons why I'm kind of low on fuel. And also, now that I've turned in some orders, I have enough parts to get a 3rd one going again. Although coming into the storm, I'm not going to be able to run them all. But still, let's at least get it built so I can recover my wood come next year. And I don't care about that. This, oh yeah, and then this is also cutting into my fuel, increasing my fuel usage a bit. Scales with hostility. Is that going to be 25% more with each increase? So like if I got to hostility 3, would it be another 25%? I expect it would. So currently wood is lasting 18 seconds. Oh wow, that's supposed to be a 25% penalty? Fuel efficiency is 25% lower. That wood went from 18 seconds to 9. How is that 25%? What was it, 25% times the number of hostility? Oh, so am I paying for hostility 1 and hostility 2? So yeah, it's definitely worth getting rid of woodcutters to to get down to hostility 1 if I can, and I can. Don't want to be burning that extra 9, or that extra, how much wood per minute would that be? It's 3 wood a minute, so it would have been about 6 wood a minute. Heck, maybe it is worth running the woodcutters for that. How many idle work I have? Can I fit 4 woodcutters in? I think I can. I think it's worth running 4 woodcutters. And to check the trade routes here. I've got plenty of food. You can have the berries. That will get you to 1 and get me enough amber to reroll. Although I want to open a glade, so I still need more amber. I'm not giving up my parts. Okay, they're paying quite well for 5 coal, so even though I don't have a lot of coal, I will give them that. And I can't take the newcomers, it'll put me over. So I either need to remove a woodcutter or hold off on the newcomers. How much work do I have for people to do? I don't have planks to spare at the moment. I can't make any bricks, so don't need anybody in there. Don't need anybody in the post. Could put a couple people in the mine. I have 4 housing. How many newcomers am I getting? I'm getting 4. Alright. I need 2 lizards. It's only offering me 1. I swear the game does this every time that you need 2 people. It only offers you 1. That's what it feels like. I'm sure it doesn't actually do that, but it sure feels like it does. And since my complex food is mostly coming, like exclusively coming from jerky at the moment, I will avoid the beavers. So, take this side. I need to remove a woodcutter. Stay at 2. Really use a few more parts. Oh, the rain collector isn't being used. I guess I could get rid of that, but then I'm not going to be able to get this clearance water done. I have not found a clearance drizzle. I mean a clearance geyser, just a storm geyser. I'm not going to be able to dismantle a trapper anytime soon. And maybe I can't have this 3rd woodcutter right now. Yeah, I would like to be buying these empty slots, but I want to re-roll. I want to open a glade. I just can't come up with quite enough amber to get ahead here. Alright, now I've got enough to re-roll and open the glade. Well, there, that fulfills the pigments that I would have gotten out of the previous building and gets me skewers. Market is not a particularly good building. I'm not going to be going for luxury or cleanliness, likely. And I don't really need market carts when I have harpies, so... Cookhouse wins there. And we're getting a tool building. Which one do we want? I already have a gear building, right, in the cooperage. Yeah, I have 2-star gear available already. The building materials probably aren't needed. Trade goods will go well with those pigments. I can make coats to make the beavers happy, so the smithy wins here. And I should be planning on opening this glade soon. I feel like this one's slightly closer to the warehouse. Maybe I want that one instead. Oh, they're almost full. Do I have an emptier one? I will double up over here. I need to be moving woodcutters over here to take advantage of the warehouse anyway. Alright. That should get us in there right about when the storm ends. And it will push me to level 3, which is fine. It's level 4. I can't hit even for an instant. Alright. I definitely do not have the wood to be hitting the Sacred Flame rituals. Come on, beavers, give me a lucky crit and turn that 1 copper bar I have into 20 barrels, please. Alright. Fallen lizards, easy enough. Well, this is convenient. I need to keep goods, and one of the keep goods is a minus 50 hostility. Thank you very much. I will do that quite happily. Unfortunately, I found another storm geyser. I would really like to find a clearance geyser. Two caches will go well with our tools. We have a decent looking copper mine over here. There's at least 3, there's at least 4 copper here. Might even be 5, but I don't think that's one. So I can build a mine up there. That will get our tools going quite well if I ever come up with a smelter. I can't make luxury goods. I can only make... I think I can't make luxury goods. I can only make trade. Yeah, I've got 2 trade buildings, I think. "12 trades will happen eventually. 45 amber will happen eventually. 130 rainwater will happen eventually. Which would I rather have? I don't want the 4 people. I don't really want the... None of these make me happy. The parts in the +1 packs are slightly better. I am having part issues, so I'm going to take that one. Alright, and that's everything we need. Okay, we got a small herbalist can do a little work up here. And lots more trapper stuff. And we still need the large forager for that wheat. Alright. Cornerstone. Exploration expedition. That is interesting. I suspect I will take the exploration expedition, but because I just opened a glade, I don't have money to open another one. I will wait until during the storm or right before the storm to pick that. And how many trades am I going to come up with? Yeah, that's fine. I gotta do all the trades I can now to get 12 trade routes done, so of course now nobody wants anything. Or am I out of packs? No, I'm not out of packs. So they only want things I don't have now, of course. I'm getting 2 coming in. I've only got 2. I need at least 1 more to open a glade. Was I getting wildfire? No, I did not take the wildfire one. I'm hesitant to trade food because I don't feel like I really have a lot of it, even though it seems like I do. Does she have anything else? Woodcutter speed, I think it's a little too expensive. Half a rep. That would get me another building, but I'd have to mortgage everything to get it. Plantation, not great. I'm not going to find any fertile soil probably. $10 tools would enable me to open this small cache, keep these goods, and finish that. But that's also quite expensive. Yeah, I can't afford that. I'll just have to wait until I get a smelter and I can make my own tools. And how am I sitting on fabric materials? Not a lot of fabric materials. Is it economical to get fabric materials? I can, if I buy 2 fabric materials, I can turn them into 2 fabric. Do 2 fabric, get me 2 fabric materials. They do not, so that is not economical, not even close. Gotta love those prestige penalties. Even a 3-star recipe is not financially viable. finish in plenty of time before the storm and the living matter. You go up here and start getting me leather. Oh, how I have had 3 harpies sitting in here doing nothing for forever, haven't I? And now I'm going to put them in here and have them do nothing for forever so that I don't forget to get clearance water. And otherwise, they should probably be in the mine. Are the woodcutters full? No, not even close to full. About out of wood. I am using coal for this, not wood, right? Yes. I'm not making planks. I did crit on the barrels. Good job, Beaver. Thank you for that 10% chance. Where is all of my wood going? Oh, it went to the fuel. Like, why don't I have any wood? Because you turned it all into fuel that you don't need, and now you're set for the year 6 storm that won't be here for ages. Alright. And that's the kind of mistake I've been making lately that I was trying to slow down and avoid. Fail. Don't have the parts to make an herbalist to go get those mushrooms, and it's not like I'm desperate for food anyway. And food is about all I've uncovered here. Sure would have been nice to find some stone at some point. Smithy can't do that without tools, which I don't even want this on planks. They use 2 planks or 8 wood, which is... Oh, I did get the +1 planks, that's right. I was going to say, usually that's exactly the 8 wood or 2 planks, so it's just wasting labor, but I am getting 50% more planks now thanks to the +1 plank, so I guess we use planks. And turn that on just in case I ever get any metal. I don't care about coats. I don't want the beavers using them. And I'm not making any trade goods. Out of planks, out of bricks. I can only make 2 more bricks, but I guess I will make 2 more bricks. Prioritize bricks. I have 5 amber to get into a glade. I don't need to do any more dangerous glades. So I will just pop smalls, hoping to find some stone. And keep that explorer's expedition going. I will try to pop it shortly into the storm. so that I can have as much time in drizzle with the bonus. Alright, getting clearance water now. I need to get these dozen trade routes done, please. I'm probably getting low on packs at this point. That was it. I'm out of packs now. So now we'll start using our food. One harpy can probably fill the tank even though the weaver is slowly using it. And let's get my packs going here. Do I want a quick delivery of 3? Don't have ale, don't have those tools, don't have that, don't have that. Don't have that, don't have that. I do not need an immediate influx of packs. I can't fulfill any of those anyway. Yeah, we didn't find a single rebuild. Parts. I like parts. Thank you. And that gets me the 1 lizard I need here. Now I need to get them to 22 somehow. 15, 20. You needed that cookhouse. For the skewers. The bricks should be done. The planks should be getting here. For bricks, I could have swore we had enough stuff to make bricks once more. Oh, I didn't turn on the clay. I said in the beginning I would forget to do that, and I would regret it. So get me to 6 bricks. Planks, we've already got 12 waiting, which is what I need. I need, 12 over here for the cookhouse, so give me the 6 bricks. And then the cookhouse will be up, we can get the skewers going. And in the meantime, I can't use bricks, so I can't make a lizard house, harpy house. We need a bunch of harpy houses, so I'll just drop a couple of those. And that will take care of the housing problem. And get us back up to where we're getting some harpy resolve, hopefully. And now it's time to plan on taking expedition. Mine is out of ore. Do I upgrade it or do I rebuild over here? Because I don't have a decent plank or brick building, I don't feel like I can upgrade this. which means I'm not going to have any coal to make the jerky anymore. Which makes me wonder if I shouldn't be opening a large glade and hoping for coal. I feel like you find coal more often in the large than the small. You can get it in the small glades. But that would mean I would have to wait until almost the very end of the storm to deal with the event. And because I never have any intention of going back, I am just going to straight up delete these so that I can't. Oops, you cannot delete those resources. Darn it. Trying to decide if I want to go into a large or a small. I was definitely intending to go into a small. I mean, I've got decent resolve here right now. That plus 15 into the drizzle would definitely get me a point. And I underestimated that Harpy did not manage to fill the tank. It just barely kept up with one person working in here without even the second speed. That's slightly worse than I thought they would do. Large, small, large, small. I'm gonna go for the large, I think. Would also not mind finding things, a rebuild for the explorers. So I will wait a bit longer before I open it. I don't really want to be at 3 paying that heavy fuel efficiency and I was hoping I would only have to lose 3. It's only the beavers that are hit by this, so I'm not wasting that much food. So I'm just going to leave the woodcutters in, I guess, and stay at 3 hostility. Check the trade routes. No packs have come in yet. Hurry up and deliver those. Actually, they get delivered the second after I look. And I need to take basically every trade route I get offered here so I can hit those 12 trades. That will get that to level 2. And yeah, before we had no problems getting trade routes offered. Now I can't even get an offer. There. I need to keep 5 amber. I'll get 3 more in a minute 18. That'll put me at 10, so I can buy 1 more. try getting this one to level 2 as well. Alright, that we can do. Well, it's going to cost me a lot of packs. I don't like that trade much, but I need to get trades done, and I would like to get you to level 2. And when a resolve drops, oh, beavers are hitting first. Now we'll remove woodcutters. Get down to 2 hostility. I'll have to remove another one when I open this glade. Not quite yet. Alright, let's hope this is worth it. Alright, I did get a rebuild of a bathhouse. Or I could salvage it for luxury materials that I won't be able to use. 25% global production speed might be worth it. I did at least find some stone finally, and there's some coal. Please be a third coal buried in here somewhere. I do not see one. Could be one back in there. I can't see that well enough. Alright. Well, at the very least, it would be nice to get a warehouse set up down here, and then a mine. Where is the warehouse? Yeah, I have enough parts for both of those. Set the warehouse over here so it'll be closer to the stone. %, food production reduction is unfortunate, but we got plenty of food, that's fine. And I need to keep goods. Although these are not great. Let it give me 20 bars, I can turn into tools. Alright, I won't complain about that when I don't have a smelter. And I need to yank a woodcutter to get below the bad hostility level. And I've got lots of idle workers. So let's get that done quickly. And I suppose I should burn those couple assists I've got. And the cookhouse is up. And that'll make a lot of lizards happier. And try to keep about 25 pigments around for a trade route. I will prioritize having pigments. They'll all make pigments when they first get in here, then they'll start on the skewers. The skewers will yeah, I don't want to make the skewers at 7.5 minutes anyway. So I can't even start on those until this thing is done. And that's gonna hurt the jerky coming in soon. You get down here and clear out this mine. Check if there's anything back in here. I'm sure there's nothing under that one. I can see that. All right. All right, warehouse is up. I forgot to take expedition, and I might have just lost a cornerstone. Oh my goodness, that is really terrible gameplay. And now I need one more amber to open a glade. Oh, that was very poorly done. Yep, I think I lost the cornerstone because I forgot to take that. I'll find out in a second or two. No, thank goodness. I picked it before this clicked. I don't know if it would have queued the cornerstone or not. I might have lost this cornerstone if I had waited one more second to take that. Don't care about either of these. Time to start using the rerolls. Fiery Wrath could be solid. I'm gonna want to do a resolve push at the end, so take that. It'll save me a chunk of coal. I'm sure she'll be plenty impatient by then. Does not look like I'll be finishing this anytime soon. And that's not gonna happen. This could happen. Okay. I'm having trouble with wood. I don't want that. 3 people with level 3 trade routes. For a pretty difficult to pull off timed order, this is not a great reward. +1 marrow is frankly useless on, it seems like a lot of maps. I don't find much marrow. Wine frequently goes unused, and by the time you've completed 3 level 3 trade routes, you don't want 5 more people. Your hostility is already way too high. That's a lousy. I really don't like that. I don't think I've seen this one before, and I do not like it at all. It's probably serving the people. That can get done eventually. I might need to buy some pickles, but the skewers and the jerky I can definitely do myself. I can do the pickles, it'll just be slow. So I just have to buy some to speed it up. So going with this because I don't have enough materials to make the building materials that fast. And I could produce the pigments probably and possibly get them turned into trade goods fast enough. But I can't make the building materials, so there we go. And did I check the trade routes? Looks like I did not. You can definitely have I'm tempted to sell you 2 tools for 5 each. I probably will. I mean, I need trade routes. I don't really want to sell the copper ore. I would rather be turning it into pigments or saving it if I get a smelter, but I'm going to take that because I need trade routes fulfilled. And yes, you can have 2 tools because I could really use 10 amber. And yeah, I don't care about any of these. And you can see well enough now to tell that there is no hidden coal there. So a 2 coal mine is all I'm getting. Oh, inconvenient copper next to it. That's really inconveniently spread out. Remove the harpy from the woodcutter to get it building this. And what did we get when we busted in here? Another storm geyser. It will not give me a clearance geyser. Bad geyser RNG. But we've got the lizard resolve going. I'm going to boost to them more just in case it falls. Got to keep it above 22. If something happens, like the jerky dries up and they lose +4 and I gain a hostility and they lose 2 more, I could ruin that, so I will boost them for that minute and a half. So that at least if it falls slower and maybe I tick over there. It is falling as the jerky wears off, probably. And there it goes. It fell to 28, but we're done. And there's the butcher. I thought I would have that much earlier in this game. It took me, considering I started with lizards, I've now got more harpies than lizards. And almost as many beavers. I definitely did not do well on getting the lizards in here. Alright, so we can stop making jerky in here. I mean, it's going to take them 3.5 minutes to even finish that. It's not worth it. There's nothing waiting to be delivered. I'm just going to return those. You will be for pickled goods now. But not right now because I don't want to spend 7.5 minutes making them. Just like I don't want to spend 7.5 minutes making skewers. I'm at 13 packs. You could leave. So now I've got a lot of idle labor. You're still in there. I'm going to put 2 bodies in here so I don't forget on the clearance water. I'm going to have you start making trade goods out of those pigments. And I need to burn through water for that quest, so I'm going to just turn this up hard. That will empty this tank probably before clearance. They're pretty darn close. And then hopefully the two harpies working in here can keep up with it through clearance and build up a little bit. Because I need to get a lot of clearance water used yet. And what am I missing here? Parts. Thought I had parts. Oh, I built the stone cutter. Oh boy, what can I destroy for parts? A trapper? One of the woodcutters. Wood is starting to recover. Unlimit that, turn that off, turn planks back on. Unlimit that, give you another body. Got nothing here. I could make some cosmetics. Going to set a 15 limit on barrels so that when this stuff starts coming in, I don't accidentally turn it all into barrels because I want tools. The cosmetics I'm only making for trade, although honestly I've got a bathhouse here I can rebuild. I might as well just make cosmetics. I don't have the bricks to rebuild that. I don't have the tools to rebuild that. And I really want parts for this. Need a dozen trade routes done. And we got some pigment trade routes available now. That's 8, 9, 10. I need 2 more trade routes. I've got enough amber to buy this out. Not helpful. These are garbage. Okay, this one's interesting. Tavern gets me straight up +3 global resolve. Guildhouse is probably getting me +2 right now. It might only be getting me +1. I don't feel like I've done that much trading, so the tavern is probably the safer bet. And it doesn't require 60 planks. Still requires 30, but 60 planks is kinda out of reach right now. So we'll take a +3. At least I will if I ever manage to get that many planks coming in. And okay, I was just gonna say how long do we have on the exploration expedition, and it just ended. So I need to plan on opening one of those near the end of the storm, or near the beginning of the storm, I mean. I'll try to do it as late in the storm as possible. I don't want to take these newcomers unless there's a good reason to. I don't want more hostility. I need to get below 4 to stop this sacred flame thing from going off. Oh, good. A cosmetics one came in. Thank you. Or the cosmetics got done to fulfill that. Right, I'll only need one more, then I can get the parts I need. 10 tools. That might be... Was there a tool trade route? Yes, there's frequently a tool trade route. That will get me the parts I need. I mean, I guess I can take the smokehouse and the butcher just does jerky. Could go for scrolls. If I ever get this built. I do have... Well, actually I can't make any more pigments because I don't have any copper at the moment. So I can't get the pigments to make that. And I don't have much leather anyway. I'm not going to be able to get a lot of scrolls because I need that wood. I think I'm just going to count on the food here. Alright, you're going to take care of jerky. Where is the... Did I build the butcher? I never even built the butcher. Oh, because I can get the skewers in here, so I don't need the butcher. Don't feel like I have enough meat to be making oil, or at least not much of it. Oh, the time penalty is over. Let's get skewers going, please. Oh, and I can turn the insects into pigment. I could have done scrolls. I was only thinking of copper ore. I forgot that I can turn insects into pigment. Doggone it. Scrolls could have been done. You're going to do jerky. Probably with wood I will save what little coal I have to try to get resolve out of it. Do I have the bricks to rebuild this now? Yes, I don't have the planks, but they should be coming. Lizards don't need favoring. very least, I need to get down to 3 to avoid the sacred flames. That's not much of a margin of error, so just in case, I will remove another woodcutter because I really can't afford to hit 4. Need to take care of this. And we probably want to get down to 2. Wow, even at 2, that's not good enough. Holy criminies. Oh, the exploration expedition. I'm like, how can it be that bad? Yes, you're taking the -5. We need, You're emptier, I will dig you. Oops, that's not a small. There it is. I'm like, I had a small that was almost opened somewhere. Might have to play games for a second to keep people from leaving until the exploration expedition kicks in here. There we go. Now, I really want to get these pickled goods going. I want to get these pickled goods going badly enough that I will pipe them. And of course we didn't find a useful geyser. Tavern is waiting on the planks. You're waiting on the parts when I fulfill this last trade route, which is now. If I turn this quest in, we will gain hostility, but it won't be enough to put us to the next level. Because got to avoid that 4. We're not gaining resolve, so I can't gain any that way. So we should be safe. I guess I'm getting 1-star copper bars out of something. I've already got multiple skewer buildings. I'll take this one in case I want pottery or flour for some reason. It's probably too late to be trying to get tools going, especially since I don't have any bricks or planks to make everything. Two more harpy houses. And other houses, but the harpies are the only ones I can afford to make because I need the wood and the planks and the bricks. Can finally get some coal coming in here. Can't afford to upgrade it with the pick pony like I would like to. Alright. Let's get this turned on and get some cleanliness coming in to boost the harpies even farther. See if we can make some money quick. Oops, am I out of packs? I'm almost out of packs. I'm using the mushrooms now. I want the tools. Yeah, I'm not selling any of that. Alright, skewers and jerky ought to start kicking in. Skewers at least. Jerky needs planks. 3, 6. Man, we don't have anything. You will be here right now. Do you have any planks or bricks? Of course not. That would be helpful. You have fabric, the one thing I have tons of. Do you have pickles? You have no pickles. You do have water skins I could buy to make pickles. Do I need them? Where is my pickle maker? I can do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more sets of pickles. We're doing enough now. That will... Yeah, the prestige penalty to this means that I need about 120 pickles maybe. The way it rounds, I might need 140 pickled goods to fulfill this 70 times. So I need more containers. I am producing my own copper bars now. We're getting our own containers. Okay, I don't need to buy those water skins. I do need tools being made. You don't do coats, you don't do trade goods. You do tools. I've got them making the trade goods rather than the smithy, because even though the smithy is better at it, these use the clearance water, which I need. Because I don't have enough fabric to have them just making fabric and get the clearance water used. So that was not an accident. I should have said that way back when, but... Oh, for Pete's sake, I need labor. I'm gonna have to get more people, I guess. Here, have a couple tools, some pottery to make more pickled goods. Dum-dum. Cheap construction? Yeah, that would go real good right now when I can't afford to make anything. I will restart this. Oh, it adjusted it mid-fly, so it will only take 6. It did adjust that mid-fly, although I assume I will not get a refund on that fabric. And you've got all the... Okay, you should be getting built now, then. Curious. We will see if they carry back 7 planks, but somehow I doubt it. Alright, plank total in here is currently 0. I assume I am not going to get those 7 planks back. Oh, I think I did. That looked like they were carrying something. Oh. It looked like they were carrying something, but since I have other buildings going up, they might have been carrying it to somewhere else. So maybe I got the planks back, maybe I didn't. I do not know for sure. I definitely... don't need that. Well, I will need some because the storm's going to hit and I'm going to get 10 things in, but 15 should be 15 might not be sufficient because I am burning through blight water at the moment. Do I want to leave these on? I need to leave the weaver on for another 23 blight rot usages, which will get me 1, maybe 2 more cysts, because it'll hit 24 probably. So I'll get 2 more cysts before that's ready. So we've got 2 cysts already. We're gonna get 10 from the storm. We'll be at 12. We're gonna get at least 2 from this. We'll be at 14. We're going to get some from this. I need another blight rot post. which means I need more tools, but I did just turn in that quest for a bunch of tools. So I've got, parts, not tools. So I've got the parts for this, I just don't have any planks or bricks. But I'm confident that they will get there before the storm hits. Yeah, you've got some in here by the time you're done making tools. Should be planks in there. 3 bodies in here will hopefully bump somebody up over the limit. And I need more houses. Do we need any more harpy houses? No. So I will just build basic shelter because I can't afford the planks. Wait, lizards don't require planks. I don't have bricks either. I can finally get the jerky going again. Oh, did the 15 wear off? I think the 15 wore off from exploration. I need to cut another small glade. Where is another small glade? Way the heck up there, there's a few. There, that one's not too far away. Get in there. Alright, there's some nice looking numbers. That'll get us a bit of resolve. That reputation coming in, 1 per minute. It would be nice to finish in year 6, but I don't think it's gonna happen. Maybe if the pickles and the skewers should get fulfilled. Pickles, I'm not as confident. Oh, I don't have any labor to build the house. Well, we just ran out of stone. There's some labor. Alright, that clearance water should get used. Hurry, hurry, hurry. Get me clearance water. Smelter, a little late for you. All right. Oh, lizards, you're so picky once you start getting a little happiness. If I remove enough woodcutters, I can get them to 36. Get another little bit out of them, maybe. We're all right on wood. Also, how much coal do I can sacrifice some coal. Do a 1 coal, 1 wood sacrifice. That'll get them up over the limit again. I mean, we are going to finish in year 6 if we can get this before the storm hits. Do I dare? I'm going to drop 2 more stacks of wood. Get them up a little higher. I'm going to assume we can make it. 1 minute. We got about a minute by the time it drops down. Hopefully we've gotten there. Not going to turn these in until the last second because it will hurt the hostility. There we go. Not too shabby. I'll take that. I had some idle workers. I think that was my main problem, was the idle workers. And building fuel for purging fires when I didn't have to. But all in all, I'll take that game. 3,600 is a decent score. I didn't do very many events, so a lot less events than I generally do. And I didn't end with any amber. If I'd finished with 50 amber, I could have gotten a better score there, but all in all, not too bad. So there we go, and hopefully I will do some more of these in the future. This is the first recording I've ever made for YouTube. Let's hope it works out. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Bye bye now.